Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm so glad you're all sticking around here again today. That means a lot. I can't wait for you to meet our next guest, Eddie and Jenn, Vlogs and Then Some. They're going to talk to you today about their paranormal, and dealing with autism and stuff like that. So please stick around, show them some love. And if you have any questions for them as they start answering questions, please put them in all caps so we make sure that we don't miss any questions. And if we do, just keep putting them in. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Tippa TV. Hi, Sis Laura. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Eric. Let's see. Hi, Jenny. How are you guys today? Please make sure that you smash that like and share this out. And we are on the Parapalooza channel, so please make sure that you subscribe to this channel as well. It's doing great things, and I'm excited to be part of it this time. Hello, Amora Witch. Welcome back. They will be right here with us. Y'all enjoying the show today so far? And we've got some more amazing creators coming up. And then we're going to be ending the night tonight with TTABA, who started this whole Parapalooza thing, and it's been amazing. And then me and my mom are going to do an investigation as well. And we always like to hear your feedback. So if y'all will, please go back through them videos and comment. Let us know something you might want to see in the future on Parapalooza. And let us know that you enjoy seeing the content. Oh, thank you so much, Amar, which you're very sweet. My voice is about gone. Hello, Debbie. Thank you, Melissa, so much. I know a lot of you already know Eddie and Jenn. For the ones that don't, their link is down in the description. And I think after you hear them today that you're going to fall in love with them as well. And you will definitely want to be checking out their videos. And there is Eddie. Let's bring him up.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me up. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry.
You're here.
It looks like we're lagging a little bit. I do apologize. We have some crappy Wi-Fi here.
Oh, you're good. It looks good right now. So
okay.
So no worries. I've had trouble with my internet. I think we all have the last several days. So no worries at all. So I'm glad that you are able to join us on Parapalooza this year.
Yes, we are. We can't wait.
It's exciting. If you want to, tell us a little bit about your channel and your family, and then we'll get into some questions.
Okay. Well, we are paranormal enthusiasts, and I like to separate that because I don't tell people we investigate. We're just enthusiasts like a lot of other people. But we love to use the spirit box or the necrophonics, and I've always talked to spirits for the past 20 years. So it's just a hobby, but we just like to go out and explore everything. And I do that because we have 3 boys with special needs. And my goal is to teach them that life is out here and enjoy it. And I'm trying to teach them to enjoy it because it's hard for them because they've been bullied so much in school. But we feel that if we could show love and give love, they can get it back in return. So that's what we do. So we look at what we do as, well, people look at the spirit box as, let's say, the negative. So at the end of all my videos, I always have something positive. So that's why we have the and then some.
And the videos themselves, I absolutely love them. But I've always said my favorite part of your videos is the end of the video where you spread that positivity and love. And so I appreciate you doing that at the end of your videos.
Yeah, and we do that because we mean what we say. So if you was to see us on the street, the way you see us on a video, we're the same people. So we're not the opposite of what you see.
And I believe that so much because we can see through people nowadays. Nowadays, people make it easy to see through them. And I definitely see nothing but kindness and love from all of you. And it shows through your kids too.
Oh yeah, one of them standing right over here.
Which one is it?
This is Tony. Say hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Love y'all.
She said, "I love you."
I love you too. I keep watching your videos. They're awesome. Keep it up.
You're so awesome. I love
Thank you.
One of my favorite, the highlights of my day is when they come into our chat and say, "Hi, Auntie, what the paranormal?"
Yep, they know who you are. Manny's sitting across, but he's sitting on the couch. I'm in the dining room. He's in the living room. So, but he's watching. There, so he's listening.
Everybody loves your boys, and they've definitely gained a lot of fans here as well.
They appreciate that.
Now, do you feel like I know you have a huge support system around you. Do you feel like you get a lot of negative people or negative energy doing paranormal with your kids?
Well, I have, at one time, but I had to explain to them that, these are my kids. I don't tell anyone how to bring their kids up.
Mm-hmm.
So don't try to tell me how to bring mine. I'm not going to put nothing negative in them or do anything negative for them because we, as a parent, we are the influence. So everything I do, I make sure I do it the right way so that I'm not training them wrong. Even though they're autistic, they're not stupid.
Right. Exactly.
So I know how to talk to them. I know how. At the same time, I want them to know how to talk to people because they are kind of leery of people. But I'm breaking them out of that slowly.
Right. Exactly.
When you have autistic children, you have to. How can I say? You have to be very patient because there's a lot of things that they do that people don't understand. And when us as a parent, we didn't understand when they first started, showing these signs, but we had to learn.
Right.
And now that we know, we can try to school other people. And so that's why we do what we do. I don't want my kids to ever think that they can't do nothing in life. I want them to know that they can do anything they want. Just have that want. Because as long as you keep putting it off to tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. Exactly. We don't know that. So you have to plan for today, for this moment.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, the video that I'm working on right now, one of my closest friends that I worked with, her daughter had passed away. And so I did a dedication to her at the end of the video. And she's down there in Texas. And I talked to her personally, and I told her that we're going to be coming back, and she wants me to do a spirit box session for her daughter.
Oh, that'll be amazing. That'll definitely help her get some closure.
Yeah. So I've been talking to her for the longest time today. That's so amazing. I'm sorry.
And you're good. A lot of the things that you do, I've seen you, just go up to the crosses and stuff on the highways, and you'll go out and you'll do a little spirit box session, and you're always so respectful from it. But you have gotten family members contact you,
yes,
about this.
Yes, I did. Well, as a matter of fact, even just recently, because we're here in the city of Akron, Ohio now, and there's an open case that's still going on where this young lady was murdered. She was driving her grandmother doing some errands, and I did a video on it, and I did a spirit box session there at the roadside memorial, and she came through. Her parents got in touch with me and thanked me for that.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Because they never really got the closure that they wanted. But when they heard her name came up, when I asked her if she could tell me her name, and she told me her name, it shocked her mom.
Oh, I imagine.
And they said it was her voice.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I love that. I love hearing stories like that. And that's another thing that goes along with you guys' channel. It is a family channel.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it does involve the paranormal, you keep it in such a manner that anyone could watch it and to where it doesn't scare people, the way you explain it.
Right. I mean, they might hear maybe one curse word in there I kind of cover it up a little bit,
Mhm.
and but I don't go all out,
Right.
because I'm a God-fearing man,
Yes.
and I always tell people to thank God for everything that you have, because
Yes.
without him, none of this would be possible.
Exactly.
And at the same time, enjoy the moment, enjoy the life that you have now, because this is the only one you have, and once it's gone, there's nothing left. So don't put off to today what you're going to do tomorrow, because that might not come. You might want to do it today.
Exactly. And that definitely makes a lot of sense. And nowadays it definitely hits home with people because there has been so much loss in the last year or so. So that people definitely need to hear that.
Yes.
Do you feel like, I know you and Jenn both have some forms of gifts, empathic and stuff. Do you feel like your boys having being autistic and stuff, do you believe that
Oh
opens up
yeah.
them?
Oh yeah, because Manny, we know he's intuitive,
Mhm.
because before we started our YouTube channel, we was living in Youngstown, Ohio, and we were living the house that we were living in right next door to our house was a house that was torn down, because two kids were burnt in a fire,
Oh, wow.
and Manny would say a girl's name Donna, and we didn't know any Donna, but then we found out from a lady across the street that the little girl that lived in the house name was Donna.
Oh,
And so
wow.
she was coming to Manny, and Manny could see her.
That's amazing.
So we knew then that he was intuitive. That's one of the reasons why I don't take them out a lot, or when I go to cemeteries. Every so often I'll take them, but not a lot, because of that.
Right.
I don't want no attachments coming to them, because they wouldn't know how to handle it.
Exactly.
Whereas Tony wants to learn to be like dad. He wants to
Mhm.
learn how to use the spirit box. And so I'm teaching him.
Right.
And plus, he loves James the Fam.
Yes.
Him and Cody, they love James the Fam. If I was to ever meet James the Fam, I would let him know that my boys, and this is something I tell a lot of YouTubers, they look up to you.
Yes.
So a lot of things that you do, you have to watch what you do and watch what you say, because people carry things the wrong way.
Exactly.
So we become the inspiration for others. So, and in order for us to be a leader, these people are following our lead. So you want to lead the right way.
Exactly. I find it very comforting, and I know your boys look up to you so much because I see you in a lot of their videos.
Yes.
I know, especially Cody, the way he opens his videos, the way he closes his videos.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely can see y'all in them and see
Mm-hmm.
your videos in them. So they definitely look up to and follow along with what they see.
Right.
So it's an amazing thing, though, to see them doing that. And it's awesome that y'all have given them the freedom to start their channels, and they are both doing amazing jobs at it.
Mm-hmm.
What was your biggest fear letting them start their channels?
I think my biggest fear was people not understanding who they were and what they're doing.
Right.
So I figured, like Cody, I told him in his introduction on his videos, let them know that he's special needs, and in that way he won't worry. He won't have to worry, or even I and Jim won't have to worry about people coming into his channel and start saying derogatory remarks or anything like that. So that was my only fear, but Cody's overcome that, and so he's come a long ways, and he's getting better and better every day.
Oh, he is. They're both rock stars on there. I love them to death. All
Mm-hmm.
three of them, Dez as well.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely have an amazing family there.
Yes, Des is she's getting ready to start her own Twitch gaming channel. You
Oh,
know,
nice.
yeah, her and her husband. So they're still down in San Antonio.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Um, so do you have does Tony have plans of doing paranormal on his channel?
He wants to, but I won't let him do that yet because by him being autistic, he doesn't really understand,
Right,
what paranormal is, even though paranormal basically means not normal.
right,
He himself is not normal. So until we can understand, and he actually understands what that 2 and 2 is for, then I will let him start a paranormal channel, but with us.
right.
So it's not like he's going to venture off on his own. We're going to be right there.
That'll be awesome. Now, have you ever had any issues with spirits trying to attach to the boys or anything like that because they are open more?
No, because I come. A lot of the spirits know that I come to them out of love and light, and so they see and they feel love in my heart. So we've never really had no negative spirits. Every now and then we'll get some that try to be,
Mm-hmm.
but them our own spirit guides let them know, hey, he is not here to provoke or anything. He just wants a conversation. And that's why I actually get the love back from spirits, that's willing to talk to me because they feel it. I tell people all the time that spirits, we are balls of energy. Okay. So when we leave this body, which is called a shell, okay, we're just a ball of energy. We have places to go and roam, and in some places or in some instances, we don't want to leave. So we feel like we still have business to do here,
Right.
which we call residual.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna keep doing things no matter you see us or not. And
Exactly.
then you have these intelligent spirits that know you're there and that's willing to talk to you. And
Right.
then you have, of course, your poltergeist, which is a poltergeist, meaning noisy ghost. They're going to
Right.
open cabinets and doors and stuff like that to get your attention,
Mm-hmm.
but that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're not trying to scare you, but they
Yeah.
want you to know that they're there.
Yeah.
That
That's where the demon word comes in a lot, is people not realizing that poltergeist or spirits that are just trying to get your attention.
Mhm.
A lot of these channels automatically say, "Oh, it's a demon."
Right, and it's not the case at all, and that's why I frown on a lot of these cases because
Mhm.
they don't know the devil from a hole in the ground.
Right.
you know and a demon, if it was a demon, okay, number one, yeah, he could probably, a spirit can probably scratch you and this, that, and the other, but that doesn't make him a demon.
Right.
That spirit was trying to get your attention, and the only way he can get it was by putting the mark of Trinity on your arm.
Yep.
So that's why I look at the paranormal in a different way. I and my wife, we don't look at it the same as everybody else. It's different. And that's why I don't fear nothing that I can't see.
Right.
I just can't do that. But a lot of people ask me, well, how come we don't do, a lot of this stuff at night? I told them the reason why. Number one is because, like I said before, we have 3 boys with special needs.
Right.
Okay, Jen cannot handle all 3 of these boys by herself,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to put Jen and the boys in danger because I want to go out and investigate at night.
Right. When
So
you
if anything's haunted during the night, it's going to be haunted during the day
exactly.
too, because
Yep.
ghosts don't come out on cue.
Exactly. And that's another good point, is a lot of these channels don't believe you can get stuff during the daytime when the spirits are still there. They're still
Hmm.
there during the day.
Yeah,
It's not like they have a time limit that they can come out. So
right.
yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, because they have no sense of time. So it's gonna, if it's haunted at night, it's gonna be haunted during the day too.
Mm-hmm.
But these are the spirits that you know they're lost, and what I want to do is show them the light.
Right.
And a lot of them that I've gotten in touch with, I've shown them the light. And you can go to that site now and you won't get nothing now because they finally seen the light.
And that's amazing.
Yeah. All it takes is your faith, your trust in God, and them trusting you. and they feel it in your heart. They can feel what you feel. Because people got to understand, spirits were people at one sense of time.
Yeah.
So you treat them as if they were still here physically. Treat them the same way. You're not going to provoke somebody in the physical form, say, hey, go throw something. That person might actually throw something at you. You know,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So why would you do that to a spirit?
Right.
You know, and then once you do that, you may have an attachment that you will not get rid of because you challenged them.
Yeah.
So we don't do that. We don't challenge any spirit or anything like that. We just do it to show them love and light and show them the direction to go
Right.
because they're just lost.
I love listening to you speak about this stuff. And, you know, a lot of times I know for me, especially, if I'm out doing an investigation, I'll catch myself sometimes being that, you know, well, if you're here, then do this, you know,
Right,
and then sometimes I'm like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have said that. You know,
right,
I catch myself sometimes because I always say that too. If I found somebody going to where one of my relatives was gone, I would be angry if I seen them, hey, come do that, you know, come tap dance for me or something like, you know,
right.
that's aggravating. So you definitely want to be careful with that.
Yeah, because what you can do is like I do, and I just say, if there's a spirit here that'd like to talk to me, I have this device right here that you can talk through. Just come over to this device. I'm here out of love and light. I mean, no disrespect to you at all, and you'll be surprised at the response you get
Yeah, exactly.
because you let them know you're not here to disrespect them. You're just here to talk to them. You know.
Now it has
So,
been said, sorry,
mhm.
go ahead.
No, no,
Go
no.
ahead.
Go ahead.
It's been said that people with disabilities and people and especially autism and autistic, it's been said that they are very, very, very sensitive. Do you feel like when your kids are around, you get more activity?
Yeah, like Tony, I can tell when something is trying to get his attention because his whole body shakes
Right.
and he doesn't know what to do. And so he stares at me, he looks at me, and sometimes I have to stop the session. I say, "Okay, Tony, come on with me." And I do a prayer and I let the spirit know we're here out of love and light. My son here has special needs. He cannot be with you or around you at this time. I
Right.
appreciate it if you would please release yourself from him, and then he'll release himself.
Right. And so does it confuse them or have you all been able to explain to them that this is what's happening?
Yeah,
Um,
at first it did confuse them, but now they understand. They know, with autistic kids, you have to teach them slowly.
right.
So they learn gradually. But like them, you have to do everything hand over hand, over hand, over hand, and then eventually, they overcome. And like Cody's overcome that a lot. Tony
Right.
is starting to. Manny, we still have to work with because he is severely autistic.
Right.
He is nonverbal. He also has both him and Tony have mild cerebral palsy. You know, but Manny is just nonverbal. He
Right.
says few words, but not a lot. And so Manny has bigger challenges. And this is the next video that I've done. One of the challenges that Manny has to learn to do is walk upstairs and downstairs, and I talk about that in this next video that I'm doing. So every time he does these, we always congratulate him, letting him know he's doing a great job, you
Right.
know, and because it's a challenge for him, because most of the time he will not walk up no stairs or down them,
Right.
so when he does it, we congratulate him, we give him something as a reinforcement because it's wonderful. These are obstacles that he's learning to overcome, and it's hard for him to overcome them. You just have to keep working with him hand over hand.
Exactly. Now, do you feel like working with the boys and being having to be as patient with them as you have and taking the time that you need to work on each step, do you think that has helped you in the paranormal field?
It Working with the boys, it helped me and my wife become more patient
Right.
because one of the things God wants us to have is patience. And a lot of us just don't have it. So I think God, I don't look at my boys as being a curse. I look at my boys as being a blessing because they've actually taught us a lot of things
Right.
about being more patient with people, more patient with them, and understanding, which is the big one. Understanding. Okay, who Manny is? Outside? Wow. Okay. I'm sorry, that was Jen. She's watching Manny. He's outside. This is another one where Manny really don't go outside by himself, and
Right.
he's actually outside. So this is like, wow, another first.
Right. Well, if anytime you need to step away or anything, just so you can, whatever, you just let me know.
Oh no, it's fine. It's Jen's
Okay.
watching him, so I'm
Okay.
fine. That's why Jen's not here. She's
Yeah,
watching him.
that's
You know,
awesome.
yeah, because Manny's so quiet. Like Manny, I could be standing somewhere and I'll turn around. Manny's right there.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear him walk. You know, and he's just standing there staring at me.
Yeah.
He's just so stealth.
I can see, and I'll use this video as an example, the video you did singing Manny a song.
Yes, he
That
loves when I sing to him.
the admiration in his eyes when he's looking at you, and he looks at you that whole time that you're singing, you can just see the admiration in his eyes.
Oh yeah, every day I have to sing to Manny. That's half the time. That's how I put him to sleep.
Yeah.
So I sing him a song from Gregory Porter or something like that, and it puts him to sleep because all he wants to do is hear my voice before he goes to bed.
Well, it doesn't hurt that you used to be a professional singer.
I sure was.
Yes, she was. So we don't mind hearing them songs on Twitter and stuff as well, just so you know.
I know. I'm actually coming out with my own CD. I'm almost done with it, but I put a lot of my music in my videos, so
Yeah,
it's giving people a hint that no, I didn't go to Epidemic Sound or anything. This is actually my stuff, you
that's all.
know. But I am a member of Artist List, and I am a member of Epidemic Sound, as an actual artist.
You're right.
So if you was to look up music by Spring Gang or Velveteen, that's actually me.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. We
Yeah.
might be able to get him to do that towards the end, more rich. But so is there anything big that you guys have coming up on your channels? Any big investigations or
Well, our investigations aren't really, really big. But there is something we are getting ready to do, and that is instead of moving into a house, we are possibly going to buy an RV
oh
and
wow.
live in the RV and just travel all over the United States.
That is awesome. That would be amazing. So hopefully you would be in San Antonio in June.
We are going to be there. We're going to be
Good.
there for the Paracon. We are going to definitely be there. There's
Good.
also going to be one in August at Gettysburg.
Oh, nice.
That Ghost Mafia is having, and I'm going to be to that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're hoping that you guys can actually come up to this one. It's going to be really big. A lot of YouTubers are going to be at this one.
That's
Awesome.
amazing. I had not heard nothing about that one yet, so I'll definitely have to check into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'll find out the date for sure from Ghost Mafia and Lady Swan, but there's a lot of YouTubers that's gonna be there. I know Little Red's gonna be there, Mama Rock, Lou Rock. So there's a lot of YouTubers gonna be there.
That's amazing, and that's so exciting to see so much paranormal stuff coming up all around the United States and stuff like this online that makes it so easy for people that can't get to all of these Paracons or Parapaloozas and stuff like this. So I'm glad that we were able to do this one this year too for all those that can't get out.
Yeah, we're not gonna miss you, Amy. Not this time.
Oh,
No.
Better not. You better not take all them hugs. So what do you think has been the biggest struggle for you guys? Not just doing YouTube, but the paranormal in general?
I think the biggest struggle for us has been trying to collab with other YouTubers.
Right.
Because I've talked to bigger YouTubers who's given me a lot of ideas on what to do, which is why a lot of my format is starting to change
Right.
because I'm taking their advice. But the hardest thing is collabing because there's so many that I want to collab with that I don't want to do it alone because I call the channel Eddie and Jenn,
Right.
not just Eddie. So if it's got to be me and the missus and
Mhm.
even my boys, and just to be me, I don't feel right.
Right.
So I think that's the main thing that kind of hurts us is collabing. But I have collabed with a few YouTubers who understand where I was coming from you
Exactly.
know and so but I'm gonna collab again. There's a few other ones that invited me down in Florida. I'm not gonna sue who they are, but they said if I come down to Florida that they got us you
That's
know and you can use your imagination as to who they
I
are.
I can pretty much see it right now in my head, and I would be excited to see that.
Yeah,
I, however,
and it's a lot of them.
yeah, I would be offended if you came to collab with me and you didn't bring Jen and my boys with you. So,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. My wife and my kids are right there, so it's not just me, it's we.
right.
That's like if you marry a woman and she already got kids, you got to take the whole package or none at all.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the only way it should be.
Exactly.
See,
Didn't
if
mean to put it like
anybody
that, but
if anybody has any questions, please put them in the chat. Debbie said, "You have such a beautiful voice, Eddie."
oh, thank you very much. You know what? I can't even see the chat. Are we live?
Yes.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Yes, we are live. And the and everybody's getting confused with that because I'm going live through the Parapalooza channel. And so
Oh, that's what it is.
it's throwing everybody off that I'm not on the Web Paranormal channel. I'm on the Parapalooza channel. So they're like, where are we at? Because I can't even find it on your channel. And I'm like, because we're not on my channel. So all of these videos are actually uploading onto the Parapalooza.
Okay.
So it has confused a few people and even people in the chat. It took them a bit to realize that I am Parapalooza on here when I'm talking to them. So it's thrown a few people off over the last couple of days, but
Yes. But yeah, I forgot what the question was now.
let's see. I think that was it. The struggles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the struggles though, we overcome a lot of obstacles, and sometimes when the boys feel like they've messed up or something like that, I'm right there, and I'd let them know, hey, it's okay. One of the things that we're allowed to do is make mistakes because that's how you learn from them.
Right.
And I tell even people that are just starting off in YouTube, that's how you learn. You learn from your mistakes so that you don't make that same mistake again. But if you do it again, then was it a mistake the first time?
Exactly.
You
So,
know?
so very true. Jenny McGinnis, Mod Goddess, wants to know, Eddie, have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes, I have. Um, I'm going to go back in time with this one. As a matter of fact, the reason why I say yes, because this is what got me into the paranormal. At one time, I was not a believer until my first wife passed away June the 29th, 1984. She died having my oldest son, Ed. It was, I want to say, a week after she passed, because for 2 days I could not sleep. I would have her clothes on the bed and sleep with her clothes on our bed. And I looked down one day at the foot of my bed, and she was at the foot of my bed. And I told my family this, and they didn't believe me. They had me put in a mental hospital because they said I had a nervous breakdown.
Oh, wow.
And that's the honest truth. I was only 20 years old when she died, and she was 27.
Hmm.
So I wasn't afraid. I was curious because if I can see her, how come nobody else can? And I was telling people, hey, she was right there. Everything she wore the dress that I had in her casket, and she said I had to let her go to the other side. And so for 10 years, I carried that because, I felt it was my fault that she was where she is now because she had gotten pregnant.
Oh,
I didn't blame Ed. I blame me. And so I've tried to kill myself 3 times. And obviously God wasn't ready for me. He
no.
had other plans for me. I met a clairvoyant. Her name was Diane Key. We became really, really good friends. And I met her by freak accident because she told me I had a special gift. And I could never understand what she means. She was like, you can talk to people that's not here. And she was like, it's hard for me to get you to understand this, but trust me, go talk to your wife. Now, I never told her that my wife was dead, but she
Right.
said, go talk to your wife. And that's how I knew she was real.
Right.
And then I knew what my gift was.
That's amazing.
And I've been doing this ever since. So I want to say I really got into it in like 1987 when I heavily got into it. And that's when I met Ed and Lorraine Warren because I wanted to learn more about it. And then I've been into it ever since.
That's amazing. That's who I would have loved to have met. I hate that they're gone because I would have loved to have met Ed and Lorraine.
Yes, she was really nice. They were very hospitable to me because I seen them on a TV program once, and they were just so happened to have been in town on a seminar, and so I went to the seminar, and I felt like a black dot on a white piece of paper. I'm not gonna lie, because when I'm sitting in there and I looked around, I'm like, ooh. This is a lynch mob right here. And then looking at me like, boy, what you doing here? But it was the total opposite. They treated me with open arms, and then I got a chance to meet Ed and Lorraine, and I explained my situation to them, and I talked to them for like 2 hours
Wow,
after
that's
this. And this
amazing.
was after the seminar.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and I've been into it ever since.
Let's see. Debbie wants to know, what do you like about investigating the paranormal and what do you dislike?
What I like about investigating the paranormal is just talking to the spirits and learning from them. Because believe it or not, you can learn if you listen. When I put up the subtitles, okay, even though you're seeing them, I'm learning from them too. You know, and so I learn how they lived and how they died.
Right.
So when you go to a cemetery and you look at a headstone, you learn about a person's life of how they lived and how they died. You're looking at their age. All you have to do is just count from the day that they were born to the day they died, and you know how old they were. So you can imagine what kind of life they lived. And if you don't know, then you can easily Google that life up.
Right.
You know, and so you learn from these, and that's what I take from that. The disadvantage of it is I have a lot of people in my own African American community, that don't look at it that way. I have relatives of my own that think I'm two sandwiches short of a picnic.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that what I'm doing is blasphemous and it's against God. And I always have to throw the Bible at them because I was at one time studying to be a pastor. So a lot of people cannot throw the Bible at me if you cannot get it thrown back, because I will throw it back at you and let
Right.
you look at it a different way because people interpret things differently, you know. And I just let them know, basically, we are all spirits of God. We
Right.
are all spirits. So when we leave this body, okay, you're nothing but a ball of energy. You have a choice of what you're going to do. You're either going to go up or go down. My way of going down, though, is staying right here.
Right.
Okay, so once you're here, what are you going to do? A lot of our spirits feel like they have unfinished business. So we call those residual energy. They're going to keep doing things whether you're there or not. And most of the time, they're not even paying you no attention. They're just
Exactly.
repeating themselves over and over like a loop. And then you have the intelligent spirits that's willing to talk to you. You know, a lot of them are not trying to scare you. They want their voice heard. And
Right.
then you have some that just don't want to be bothered. You know, the way they were in life, they're the same way in death.
Exactly.
And so some things you just can't change. And then what else? There's MasterCard.
Right.
It's a joke right there. And so that's my only disadvantage, though.
That's awesome. And Jenny, did you hear your answer or your question be answered? You might be a little behind, so.
And Jenny McGinnis, she said she was so sorry. No, thank you. I appreciate that. But when we leave, and this is a message I always tell people, enjoy your moment, because when you leave this earth, don't put nothing off to the next day. Get it done today.
Exactly.
If you got laundry to do today and you say, well, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Well, if you die tomorrow, you didn't do your laundry. Don't put it off to tomorrow. Do it today and enjoy your moment. Enjoy this thing we have called life. And that's what I keep passing to a lot of people, because with this pandemic, we're losing so many loved ones.
Yeah.
And we've lost so many. And so many people thought that this pandemic was a joke and was a fluke until they got it.
Right.
And it's just sad. So enjoy the moment. Enjoy what God has given you. And at the end of the day, just look up or even look down and put your hands together and say, thank you, Father, for everything you've given me. I really appreciate the clothes on my back, the food that I eat, the family and friends that I have, and the car that I drive. Thank you for all this, because this can all be taken away from you.
Amen to that. Amen. Fergo wants to know if you were in the military by chance.
Yes, I served in Desert Storm. I am my best friend, Lyle Bartlett. Unfortunately, though, we signed up together, but he came home in a box.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I ended up getting the well, I don't like to talk about that part, because when Lyle died, a lot of me went with him because he was my best friend. And yeah, he was white and he was my best friend in the world. We signed up together. We did everything together from junior high to high school. We signed up together. And when he came home in a box, I did not feel right. When
Right.
I had to go, when I got home and I had to go see his mom and go see his sister and his girlfriend and say, hey, I'm sorry, that brings back.
Oh, you're good. You're good, Eddie.
But that was my best friend. I think about him every day. He's buried down in Fort Sam, down in San Antonio. And I went down there. When I did a video there, I found his headstone. And I sat there for 45 minutes and did a salute to him. If I had to do my life all over again in the military, I would, because I want to serve my country. Even though when I came home, it was a total opposite for me. It was
Right.
like, so what?
Exactly.
But it's okay. I did it. And, but yeah, I served in the military honorably.
Well, thank you so much for your service, and may your friend rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. I talk to Lyle all the time.
Now everyone's saying thank you so much for your service. And I know a few people want to hear you sing a couple of bars there. So if you mind sending us out with maybe just a couple of lines.
A couple lines. Let's see here. I'll do a little bit of Easy Like Sunday Morning.
There you go.
I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. 'cause I'm leaving you tomorrow. It seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, I've begged, stole, and I borrow. Yeah, ooh, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
You are amazing, Eddie. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being here with us and sharing your experiences and letting us get to know your family a little bit better.
Thank you. And I'm sorry that Jen couldn't come on. She's watching Manny. I do apologize.
Oh,
And
that
she
is
apologizes too.
we love you too, Jen.
She said, "We love you too, Jen, with your big head self."
Ah.
No, I'm
Listen
playing,
to
but
him.
she didn't say that.
We fix to see something getting thrown. All right, guys. If you wanted to see more of Eddie and Jen, the vlogs, and then some, make sure you grab that link down in the description. Thank you so much, Eddie. We have had a lot of fun with you.
Thank you for having me. God bless you all. And can I say one more thing?
You can.
I want to say something to all of you that's watching. You know, whether I don't care what color you are, I don't care if you're big or small. You know, just know that you are loved, that we love you, that God don't make mistakes. He makes masterpieces, and you are a masterpiece. So no matter what anybody says about you, just know that you're the most wonderful, wonderful person in the world, just you. And remember that. And stay blessed.
Amen. Thank you so much, Eddie.
Thank you for having me.
You guys have an amazing day.
And you as well.
I'm planning on it. We've got a few more shows to do here today. So you guys be watching for the next one. It'll be up here in just a few.
Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye, Eddie.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, be watching for the next segment. We have some amazing shows lined up for today. That one right there just blew my mind. Eddie always does an amazing show, no matter who he's being interviewed by. And I love listening to him. I could listen to him all day long. Up next, we got Hollywood Paranormal Detectives, and another amazing channel. They're going to be talking to us about finding their locations and stuff they do to get prepared for their investigations and stuff like that. You don't want to miss them. This is an amazing channel. So be watching for that next notification. Thank you, guys.